One moment. Sorry, folks. I had to get my sheets back. I had given them to someone to giving them to John when he was sorting yesterday after Chronicles, and I want to make sure that I have those backs before those. Alrighty, here we go. This is break 1129, the 2021 Chronicles Draft Picks one box. Pick your team. We have 8 cards per pack and 6 cards per box. Alrighty, folks, and we definitely need to get some breaks filled at BreakTraders.com. We've got a big gap between our last currently scheduled break and the next breaks. I did see that a Donruss Optic Hobby H2 had filled. That's my fault, folks. That we will be breaking next week. That was supposed to be a draft. I apologize about that. Also, though, folks, we have 20% off card randoms, 20% off card randoms right now. Card randoms, pack randoms, and our hit draft. Would love to fill that gold standard hit draft that we have out there this evening. We have Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Scott, followed by Jamie Newman of the Philadelphia Eagles to Mr. CEO. Then we have Mac Jones of the New England Patriots headed to Matthew. Another Mac Jones of the New England Patriots. Then we have Elijah Molden of the Tennessee Titans heading to Matthew. Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Mr. CEO. And then Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars headed to Scott. And then here we go. We have a full coverage patch, and that is going to be Mr. Kellen Mond. Mr. Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings going to Harry. Nice full coverage rookie quarterback patch right there. Will be interesting to see how much playing time he gets this preseason. Would expect it to be a lot. I feel like you don't want to risk Kirk Cousins on the field, not only for an injury, but honestly for COVID. Like, you got to think about that when you have these guys that aren't vaccinated, that they're more likely to get COVID, and therefore, do you want them on the field where they could be considered a close contact? I would argue you do not. Looks like we have a filler right there. Then we have Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Scott, at least not during preseason. Najee, at least not during preseason. During the regular season, all bets are off. Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers headed to Jeremy, followed by another Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Scott. Then we have Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons, and that is going to Brian, followed by Mac Jones of the New England Patriots heading to Matthew. Matthew, welcome to BreakTraders. Hey, John, good to see you tonight. Every new customer can use promo code NEWBT for 20% off their first purchase at BreakTraders.com. We have Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans heading to Matthew, and Elijah Moore of the New York Jets. And that is going to Eric. And then we're going to have our first auto here, and it is going to be Davian Nixon of the Carolina Panthers headed to BMWs. We have Jamie Newman of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Mr. CEO. Jamie Newman of the Philadelphia Eagles to Mr. CEO. Then we have Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers headed to Jeremy. Patrick Surtain II of the Denver Broncos going to Harry. Good evening, Haley. Great to see you. Haley, we dropped a hit draft for some gold standard. Trying to get that filled so we can run it during our break here tonight. Would love to see that happen. Najee Harris of the Steelers going to Jeremy. Then we have a Zach Wilson of the New York Jets headed to Eric, followed by Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that is going to Scott. Followed up by another Trevor Lawrence. So just a lot of Trevor Lawrences this evening. This one of the Jags as well, going to Scott. And then Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens, going to Harry. Not it, the first couple we have opened. I think we've opened 2, maybe 3. Nothing like wild out of there yet so far. Alrighty, we have a filler in here, and that's due to another auto. Then we have Carlos Boogie Basham of the Buffalo Bills going to Mr. CEO, followed up by Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions, and that is heading to Harry. He'll get to see some action against the Bills tonight. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers to BMZ's, followed by a Zach Wilson recon of the New York Jets going to Eric. Then we have Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles to Mr. CEO, and a Flux Trey Lance right there out of 99. A Flux Trey Lance out of 99 of the San Francisco 49ers going to Scott. First time for everything is right. I'll tell you about what you did miss in our next break. And then boom goes the origin with some Larry Roundtree III of the Los Angeles Chargers, and that is going to be headed to Brett. Brett, welcome to BreakTraders. Thank you for joining us this evening. Another Brett. Oh baby, you did. You missed not 1, not 2, but 3 kabooms goes the Dynamites. We're going to have a redemption here in this one. Elijah Moore of the New York Jets to Eric. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Harry, followed by Sage Surratt of the Detroit Lions going to Harry as well. Followed up by Kylan Hill of the Green Bay Packers, and that is going to be going to Spria. Then we have Kyle Pitts, the blue recon out of 99 of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. Followed up by Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos headed to Harry, and Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins going to Harry as well. And here we go. It is going to be an Elijah Moore Origins Rookie Autographs Red for the New York Jets right there. Elijah Moore autograph Red right there. Redemption. And we're on to our last pack. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons headed to Brian. Mac Jones of the Patriots headed to Matthew, followed by Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts. Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts going to Harry. Then we have Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals going to Phil. We have a filler, followed by an XR Devonta Smith of the Eagles going to Mr. CEO. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers headed to Harry. Kyle Trask again headed to Harry, and Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. And here we go. Let's run down our rookies. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Harry. We have another Kyle Trask of the Buccaneers. Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles to Mr. CEO. Followed by Rondale Moore out of 149 of the Arizona Cardinals headed to Phil. Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts going to Harry. Mac Jones of the New England Patriots to Matthew. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons headed to Brian. Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins headed to Harry. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Eric, Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Scott. Travis Etienne of the Jags going to Scott as well. Zach Wilson of the Jets. Najee Harris of the Steelers going to Jeremy. Patrick Surtain II of the Denver Broncos to Harry. Najee Harris of the Steelers. Then we have Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans going to Matthew. Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, followed by Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons, Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Mac Jones of the Patriots, Mac Jones of the Patriots, and Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars to wrap up that rookie rundown. And now let's get to our featured cards. Dun dun dun. Alrighty. First, we have the Larry Roundtree III Origins auto and Davian Nixon of the Carolina Panthers score auto. Davian Nixon of the Panthers to BMWs. Larry Roundtree of the Chargers to Brett. After that, we have two numbered rookies. We have the both out of 99. Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers going to Scott, and Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons to Brian. I am pretty tan for sure. And then we have our two hits of this back. We have the full coverage Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings headed to Harry. In the Panini Chronicles draft picks, Elijah Moore Origins rookie autograph red. And that is headed to Eric with the New York Jets. And with that, we are done with break 1129. And we will be right back from BT Park.